Greetings, my name is Kisha and I'm coming to you from sunny South Florida. I really want to get some tomato seeds into the ground. So I live in zone 11 in South Florida, and my zone is very different. I'm going to be putting in tomato seeds over here.
In the garden we breathe all the flowers in line. Sunshine woman close.
So I'm going to go ahead on and just put more tomatoes into this bed this year. I'm also going to harvest a little bit of the celery and this mint. And there are some weeds growing right there in the middle that I just be pulling out as well. I can see them growing right here. These are all weeds. See, this whole cloth just staring me in the face. Okay, so they're growing right in between the mint there. Yesterday I came into this bed and I fertilized it very well. I put down blood meal and bone meal as well as some tomato tone in the bed. I'm going to be direct sowing my tomato seeds this time. I'm not going to transplant them. Let's pull out these other little weeds in here that I can see. Oh, I'm sitting on the stool my husband got for me for Christmas. I will link it down below. I do like it. It's a perfect height for like this bed. And once I refill this bed later in the spring, it'll be like perfect. So so my gloves do not match. I left my gloves outside, and each of one was dry enough to put on. The other one was just too wet. So it is what it is for the day. My goal for this year is to not just record my content, but actually post my content on a regular basis. Carrots, I'll put out some carrots another day, another time. I have some chives here. Maybe I put some chives in this bed with these tomatoes, zinnias. It's also zinnia time in January. Let me go ahead on and grab what I'm looking for, which is kale. We'll try on some kale today. Where am I? Oh, here we go. But I actually want. Okay, I have tomatoes here. I purchased these tomatoes offline. I should have gotten another brand that I will put in the description below. The what's the thing plant? The botanical interest seeds. They seem to have been doing better, but I was planning on planting them like right then. That was 2 months ago, and I did not plant them, and that was the only reason why I ended up with this particular brand. But we're gonna see how they do. I have cherry tomatoes, heirloom black creme tomatoes, pineapple heirloom tomatoes. So this is Max Wild cherry tomatoes. And then some Roma tomatoes. I have Romas already growing, so I'm gonna leave those out for right now. I really want to try these pineapple tomatoes. I've heard a lot about them from other gardeners. I can see like bugs in here, like little flies and things. I probably disturbed them when I was moving around. So I'm going to plant these pineapple tomatoes. They give me instructions on the back. It says full sun, 1/4 deep, 5 to 10 days germination, 125 to 140 days until harvest. Which honestly for me, maybe pushing it because it's January 4th. 120 days, that would be 3 months. That would put me in March. Actually, I would be okay. So the plants, I don't know how large they will get between now and then. I'm not going to be trimming off my suckers because my tomato growing season will end probably April to the beginning of May. I will not have any more tomatoes. It will get to be too hot here for tomatoes, and then after that I'll enter into our rainy season over the summer, where it's also very extremely humid and hot, and tomatoes do not do well here during that weather. So I'm going to allow all of my suckers to grow. I will only trim off the dead and yellowing leaves. that would be all that I would trim. Okay, so I'm going to just do it like this. One glove on. And I'm going to put, these are larger size tomatoes. I'm going to put these tomato seeds on this side next to this wooden trellis because I know that it'll have a little more support. And I'm also going to put in a trellis over here. You all, it's probably too deep, honestly, for that. You know what's funny is tomatoes grow really well on their own, just kind of in the middle of nowhere. And compost bins. Alright, more weeds. So I put one here, here, here. I'm going to put one over here on this side as well. Set these up. And I will thin these out as they grow if I need to. So depending on how they grow, I will thin them. Right here, try this. Let's do the wild cherry. No, do my black creme. I'm gonna put the black creme on the other side because I have another wooden trellis over there. So I'm gonna put these on that side. Mosquitoes. It's funny. Different zones, different problems. I'm just removing weeds as I see them. I'm gonna put my matte wild cherry tomatoes right here. Put my thing over there. I will end up moving them once they start to form. I already have them. These cages are right here. They're right next to this mint. There's just right here. So I have tomatoes over here. I'm gonna put in, I have a cage. I'm gonna put right here. Let's see, it's coming apart. So I'm gonna put this back together. I probably should put this in before I put the seeds in, but it's okay. When I see the tomatoes forming, I'll move them inside of it. Right on the edge. And you all, these things, honestly, I don't love them, the plastic ones. I have a metal one that's like really small, but I really prefer my brightness face though. I really prefer the wooden lattice, the old-fashioned lattice. It's very durable. It doesn't fall over after plants get large. I'm going to put the top on here, but honestly, they'll probably end up outgrowing the tops. But last year I had them, like, they were all over the place. Like the garden beds look kind of crazy because these were just never in their correct spot. So I'm gonna put them down as far as I can. See, they're worn, so they're not gonna hold like they should. But I'll be having my tomatoes grow in and around them. I'm gonna go ahead on and put, just because I have the seeds, I'm going to go ahead and just put another couple right here. Just right here. I know, like right beside it. By the time these get large and bushy, my turnip greens hopefully will be finished to come on out. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and let me harvest some of this celery that is here. Did I bring? I did. We're going to harvest some of this. Cut it to the base. It smells like celery. Take the ones that I like. Put a phone over. Take those. I will probably come back for another planting of my tomato seeds in the next week or two, just so that I have fresh tomato plants over the course of the time that I can get them. And I might end up actually planting out this entire bed in just tomatoes, which I know sounds crazy, but I have the space this year. Like I said, last year my tomatoes did very well. Probably the best performing thing I had were my tomatoes and my greens. So I'm going to be planting a lot of tomatoes, so I can put them in my freezer. I can have them for soups and my spaghetti sauces throughout the year. And yeah, that's kind of the plan, is just to have a ton of tomato plants, so I can have a ton of tomatoes. Let me grab some mint while I'm here. Some mint. I'm gonna get enough mint to last me. I have some tea in there I brought back from North Carolina. Went to the store and I bought up like a ton of their teas because it was just really good, and I went back to get the rest of certain flavors. I know I can make tea myself from this mint, but I'm not yet growing enough mint to make enough for my mint tea habit. Okay, so I need to take a fresh mint. So I went ahead and I grabbed some lettuce from the side and some more celery. I'm going to leave my mustard greens here. Taking this one with me. I broke it, so I'll take it. Racing against the sun here. I'm gonna grab my lettuce that's out here hanging out the bin. We'll take all of this right here. I'm gonna grab some green onions for dinner tonight. Take these as well. Let me see this celery. It's not ready to come in. My arugula. Take a little bit of arugula. Maybe to get me more if I take this. I can get some more from it. Let's see. I'll take a little bit of this one too, because it's not doing too well. I had a bunch of lettuce right here. It didn't make it. What is this? That's one of my brassicas. I can't tell right now what it is. But yeah, all the lettuce right here is gone. I'm gonna plant some mustard greens right here. Have some mustard green seeds. I'm just gonna put them right here on the top of the dirt. Plant a few. I can't even put them in my hand. Oh yeah, come on. Okay. And I will have to thin these out if they actually grow. I'm gonna also put some spinach in this bed, because I think it would do well over here. Put it right here in this corner. Right there. Okay. Okay, so today I have harvested some lettuce, probably the last of my lettuce from my area. I have some green onions. I have that one mustard green leaf that fell up. I'm gonna mix it to my salad. And I also have some celery here and some mint down here in my basket. So it is getting dark. The lights are coming on, my solar lights, which means it's time to go inside. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.
There's so much ways we don't know the fear.